Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Nobody saw it coming. Nobody. And now, after everything they'd been through together, the late nights, the sacrifices, the blood and sweat and tears poured into something they both believed in with every fiber of their beings, it was all gone, shattered in a single, devastating moment that nobody in that room will ever forget for as long as they live. This is the story of Scout and Drew, and it will break your heart. It had started, like all great partnerships do, with nothing more than a shared dream and an unshakable belief in each other. Scout was the kind of person who made you feel like the most important soul in any room, fiercely loyal, dangerously talented, and always, always showing up when it mattered most. Drew had seen that spark from the very beginning, had built an entire future around it, had staked everything, reputation, relationships, late nights that bled into early mornings, on the belief that Scout would never, ever let them down. And for the longest time, Scout didn't. They climbed together, they struggled together, they faced impossible odds and laughed in the face of doubt because they had each other, and that felt like more than enough. People on the outside talked. People always talk. They said it wouldn't last, said the pressure would crack them eventually, said that no partnership, no matter how beautiful, could survive the kind of heat that was coming their way. Scout and Drew proved every single one of those people wrong. Until the final moments. Until the one time it actually, truly, irreversibly mattered. The air in the room was electric that evening. You could feel it on your skin, that particular kind of tension that settles over a crowd when something historic is about to happen. Drew stood at the edge of everything they'd worked toward, hands trembling in that barely there way that only someone watching very closely would notice. Every decision that had led to this point, every sacrifice, every choice that had cost something real and precious, all of it had been building toward this single, crystalline moment. Scout knew what was at stake. Of course Scout knew. They'd talked about it 100 times, rehearsed it in quiet rooms and loud ones, walked through every scenario until it felt like second nature. There was a plan, a good plan, a plan that Drew trusted completely because Drew trusted Scout completely. That trust was about to be destroyed. Nobody knows exactly what happened inside Scout's head in those final seconds. Maybe the pressure finally found the crack it had been searching for all along. Maybe instinct overrode everything they'd practiced, everything they'd promised. Maybe, and this is the version that keeps Drew awake at night, staring at the ceiling while the world outside moves on without any idea of what was lost. Maybe Scout simply forgot the weight of what they carried, forgot what Drew had given up to be standing in that room with Scout at the edge of something extraordinary. All of it collapsed like a structure that had lost its foundation in a single quiet second. The silence afterwards was the worst part. Not the fallout, not the conversations that came later, fractured and stilted and full of words that couldn't reach the thing that had actually broken. Not even the moment Drew finally stopped waiting for Scout to make it right. It was the silence immediately after. The silence where Drew stood completely still and understood with the kind of clarity that only comes from real loss that nothing was ever going to be the same again. People who were in that room still talk about it. They describe the look on Drew's face the way people describe witnessing something rare. Not quite tragedy, not quite shock, but some devastating combination of the two that defies easy categorization. Something that leaves a mark. Scout made a mistake in the final moments, a heartbreaking, irreversible, crushing mistake. And Drew will carry it forever.